Save. Okay, we have here, this one is counterclockwise. Counterclockwise is positive and clockwise is negative. Here, this one.
Sir nak tanya,
Okay.
counterclockwise tu memang kita assume dia selalu positif kan?
Yes. Selalu positif. Selalu
Oh tak
kita,
ada, tak ada yang terbalik macam counterclockwise akan jadi negatif, tak ada.
tak, so far no. But you have, so far no, but you have to read through the question. But it's 99% is counterclockwise is positive.
Okay.
Okay, good. You have any question, just can ask. Taklah saya rasa saya lecture dalam gua je, orang. Okay. Okay, this one is okay, I think. This one just apa vector. Okay, yang ni, this one you have to go through at your own time. You have to treat it as a mathematic ah. 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional. This one ataupun because your final is an open book test, so tak ada masalah. You can print these notes and then try to understand. But here I will explain a little bit. This is a vector, 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional, not a big problem. So you start with 2-dimensional, then you can apply the same principle to 2-dimensional. So this is vector which is you moving from a point to point lah. From zero to from O to point A and to point B. So of course dia punya path tu, this is the path. You tengok ada echo dia bercantum kan. The tail is connected lah. So we have here, I'll try to write, it's already given here, OB. So this is what we learned before during your SPM level, where OA here plus AB equals to OB. So these are the terms that we are familiar, where in this case you can cancel A here, then you can cancel A here, and then you get you left with O and B, right? See here, you left with O and B. This is O, this is B, so you left with O and B. So throughout the vector, the link is this link, you cannot make a mistake. Kalau you make a mistake, the whole equation will be wrong. So here I draw it again. So OA here, and then you go to AB here, and then you get the resultant. So the resultant will be opposite lah. Dia tak sama. Okay, you dapat apa? OB here. So you have here a triangle basically. Dia tak triangle tu macam gitu. Dia takkan dapat macam gitu. Dia takkan dapat satu pusingan lah. The resultant will be opposite. I hope you notice that. Similarly here, semua result. Okay, from there you start to explore what is OA. So in this case, dia tulis macam ni lah. Ada banyak notation. This one you have to be very careful because sometimes they change the term in the they change the way it is written. The way it is written will be changing. Look at this one. Look at this one. I'm looking for some space to write here. Okay, we have AB. I think green is not very clear. I put purple. AB equals to again you ada apa? Ada dash underline here which is a vector. These are all basic. You can always refer to this page when you a little bit lost. So here RAB equals to also RB slash A. Also equals to B slash A is subscript. Another one R B relative to A. So you have this sheet dekat sini ada 4 cara. You have 4 method to write down the vector representation. Okay, look at here a unit vector. Unit vector ni ada satu unit lah. So here you have AB and then AB AB again, this is AB adalah satu unit length lah. Multiply by vector UAB. UAB ni you can see the formula here for 2 point. How you get the unit vector? This is a vector AB divided by a magnitude of AB. So vector of AB x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 for J, and z2 minus z1 k divided by s2. So this is not a big problem because apa? Because you can refer to this note during your test or during your final kan. Biasa you can score lah, cuma try to understand. This is another thing two-dimensional, three-dimensional a big problem. Just you have to remember as we have if you look at from YouTube nanti saya akan cuba download lagi YouTube because for the lecture I will try to provide some other material. What I'm trying to say in vector ni ada dua perkara saja. Dalam pergerakan in a movement you have resultant and component. This is very important. Tapi dekat sini tak ada kot. Kan ada resultant ya. So how you want to solve the vector? First you need to know what resultant and component. So apa? Kicking a ball. By what 3 players, let's say. This is a scenario where in a football match where 3 players kick at kicking at the ball at the same time. So each player will kick that ball, then this will be present as apa? As a 3 vector, betul? Right, so I draw here a ball, is different color. Take the advantage of this apa ni of the software. So we have a ball here. So player 1 will kick here. This is player 1, then player 2 will kick here. And player 3 will kick here. So these are all the what? These are all the components. And then we assume the ball is moving in this direction. The resultant. Then, so you can solve I think the first is Cartesian, x and y coordinate. Where is the resultant? This is the resultant. Point here, and then you can solve in terms of x and y. Or you can solve in terms of polar coordinates. Where is the location? This is theta, this is r. And then we have apa ni, normal and tangential. If this one moving in a curve, then you will get, if this one move in a straight line, so you have 0 normal lah. This is equal to 0. We will see later on. So what we are, what is mean by here? Okay, we move further. You try to go through this one at your own pace, so that you this is to test your self understanding. I think you have answer already. Ada jawapan. Kalau jawapan ni you can try to apa?
Saya nak tanya tu soalan nombor 3 tu.
Ketiga. Wait.
Soalan nombor 3 tu C.
Yang mana?
Dia tanya nombor 3 C. Position of block B, lepas tu acceleration of block A. Block A tu kat mana
Oh, berapa minit?
Gambar dia kat bawah.
Kat bawah.
Yang C. Yang incline tu.
Ni.
Block A tak ada.
Blok A tak ada Yang dia tanya apa?
Dia tanya block B, lepas tu block C, block A. Dia tanya acceleration block A.
Okay, blok A tak ada, dia tertinggal lah. Tak, just leave it. Just ignore I think. Abaikan soalan tu. Bukan kita dia tertinggal tu. Cuma abaikan lah.
Lepas tu free mark ni.
Ini free mark je lah. Tak ada. The purpose of the exercise is that all of the student, sebenarnya kita buat exercise ni, kita meeting dulu, kita ada meeting dulu dan kita nak student ada certain apa ni basic understanding tu, semua student dapat sama lah. Semua student before they enter next chapter, dia ada very strong basic understanding. That's why we set this tutorial so you can test yourself your understanding. If you don't understand, that mean or your answer is not as the answer given here. So that means you have some misunderstanding. So you have to make that correction at the very early stage. Kan? So that is the purpose of the exercise. So all students grab, that's why saya tak go through in detail because different student will have their own phase. So you try to do this exercise 2 or 3 times. Make sure you don't confuse. For example, kita dah discuss tadi kita dah discuss tadi. You can make your own notes actually. Point here. So some of the notes here is that counterclockwise is positive. So, and then some of the note is clockwise is well negative. Then there are a lot of things that you can extract from here. Velocity and acceleration in the same direction. That means the acceleration is accelerate lah. Kalau dia velocity and acceleration is in different direction, dia decelerate lah. So these are the things that you need to know, and then you will be given apa ni rectangular. This is in term x and y. This is a famous question. And then again you have r and theta. Kan? To position, you have a point in the space. So untuk bagi tahu dia dekat mana, you boleh pakai apa? Salah satunya ialah x and y coordinate. Satu lagi ialah you bagi berapa panjang dia dan berapa angle from. You have your point 0. Then you give theta. So this is rectangular, and then you have a normal, tangential, a point maybe in a curve. So this is normal toward the center, O, and this is tangential. Sorry, my drawing is not good. This is supposed to be perpendicular. So these are all the knots that you need to know. For example here, so we look at here without looking at the question. So they rotate. This one is clockwise. So this is negative. So this is in the same direction. So alpha is accelerate. So you should know this very quick. Let's C and 3. So C increasing. So omega here just like a vector. Just like a velocity, and alpha is the acceleration. You see here in this 3 case, these are in the same direction. They are accelerate. This is in the different direction. This is accelerate. Okay, for this case, and for this one is terus macam mana ni? Accelerate or decelerate?
Sir, nak tanya gambar nombor 1 tu. Kan gambar nombor 1 tu yang belah kiri sekali tu C3 kan?
Yes.
C3 C tu bukan ke rotate clockwise dengan 3 rad per second increase Yang maksudnya dia punya apa? Alpha ni sepatutnya pusing.
Wait, nombor 1 Kan? C
3.
C tu okey, double rotate.
Oh, tak betul lah. Saya salah.
Betul. Kita tengok saya tak go through, but sometime because dia buat this not kita buat sometime the typing error and so on, so we have to check. Increase clockwise, okay. Increase at the second, okay. This is accelerate, okay. So C is okay. 3 minus. This is omega.
Minus lah, betul lah.
Omega is what? It's clockwise kan?
Dia
45 clockwise. So minus lah.
minus.
During the lecture saya terlupa nak mention apa ni, minus sign tu menunjukkan dia clockwise or counter clockwise, itu saja. Kan, betul? That minus sign tu, because our convention is that apa? Kalau dalam arah tu, kalau ke kanan, to the right, positif kan? To the left is negative. This is our convention yang kita pakai. That's why sometimes bila you membuat apa ni, try to solve a problem, some students assume to the left is positive and to the right is negative. You still get the apa? You still be able to get the same answer, the right answer, provided you are consistent throughout your calculation. Okay. I think you can go through this one. And this is also some exercise. If you have time, try to. They're quite interesting. How you want to master the dynamic. So now we are having some exercise. Also, you can have a look. I think you don't have this dekat saya punya slide ni dah ada jawapan ni. So go through to my I will try to post the video in the future. Then you can try to do some exercise. So then you can compare. Okay, the next thing is that if you want to study, this is the masterpiece. Masterpiece. Let me have a look. Ada tak? Tak ada kat sini. Saya dah masukkan tu. Where is the formula? Lecture nak ada tulisan. Okay, this is the masterpiece. This is what you will learn. This is biasanya kalau you buat apa ni test, final test, because this is COVID, so you you can open any book lah. But anyhow, this is our scope. These are the formula that is given to you, all of you, during the final previous students. So what my advice is that you should have your own formula sheet. Your own formula sheet. Just like this lah. This is not complete, but this is very useful in answering the question. For example, here we have this is she quite familiar with this. Sorry. This is A tangential, A normal. This is particle linear. So this is apa ni? R theta ni apa? This is polar already. So these are the main formula. You see here, the first term is R and theta. Then what is apa ni? The value of apa ni? VR equals to R dot. Dia rapat sangat ni. Dia should be a separation here. So AR equals to R double dot minus R theta dot squared. So you kena tahu kalau dia minta acceleration, kalau dia minta acceleration kat sini, so you have to use this formula, which means you don't have to derive lah. Sama juga kat sini, V theta and A theta. So this is the formula. You can use this one straight away. Formula. Yang atas ni, you are already familiar this one. A linear movement. And this is again apa ni? A normal and A tangential and so on. So this you have to refer to the diagram. So this is what we do just now. This is rotation about field axis. Sama juga macam apa linear, tapi kalau linear ds dt, so since it is a rotation, so this one become d theta dt ya. Kalau linear ds dt kan. So now the term s become theta. Okay. Sama lah. So kalau kita buka setengah buku, dia compare antara linear and rotation. So you will have apa ni? V is equivalent to omega, acceleration is equivalent to alpha. So try to start with the linear, and then you explore into the rotational. So again, this one what we have done just now. This again, this one you have to refer to the point, but eventually you will end up with this one. VB equals to what? VA plus VB relative to A, ataupun this one actually OB equals to OA plus AB Kalau macam ni mudah sikit. Where you can cancel A and A, so you left with OB lah. So here R vector equals to scalar time U is a unit vector. So when you differentiate, what is the velocity of that particle of that point? So you will have this one. And then these are all the formula that you need to know how to implement lah. And then the rest is this one is apa ni, momentum formula. Again dia asal daripada sini. You can refer to textbook, then you can derive from there. Okay. I will try to post it in the near future. Tapi saya yes, ada dua, saya tak tahu saya you punya group WhatsApp lah. Saya rasa macam ada satu group dia. You can always ask me in the WhatsApp, so that will be very quick. In case kalau saya tak upload and so on, you can contact me via WhatsApp lah. So ini formula yang you kena study lah. Then you have to do your own notes lah. Because now apa ni in the COVID-19, so I don't know, maybe soalan agak susah sikit, not sure, because they are designed for apa, open book kan. Bila open book, soalan might be slightly tough, maybe. So this formula you have to apa, you have to be able to apa, to manipulate or to move around or to play around with this all formula. So this is our scope. We still maintain, I think, you can look at the past year. This is our scope. Let us have a look, one exercise, one or two exercise. It's a quick look. Okay. I will record this video so you can have a look. This is a differentiate antara apa, between speed, the average speed. The average speed for the bus entire 20 mile trip. So this is apa ni? To differentiate between velocity and speed. Let me. I don't want to do the calculation, but I will explain what the question is apa, trying to test you. But yeah, it's mentioned here V equals to ds dt. If this one is speed, so the term S will be total distance. If this one is apa, velocity, this S will become displacement. This is always a basic in dynamics. Biasa a degree level student should be able to differentiate what is a velocity, what is speed. Contoh yang mudah you kena tanya kalau kita nak sembahyang jamak kan. Jamak tu 80, lebih kurang 80 ikut kitab mazhab Syafi'i ni apa, dua marhalah 80 kilometer kan. Lebih kurang 80 atau 10 kilometer. So 80 90 kilometer ni sama ada distance or displacement. Kalau you nak sembahyang jamak.
Eastern.
Betul Ustaz.
Distance
Betul.
It should be distance. Kalau displacement, you akan dapat jarak yang pendek lagi lah. So you tak boleh sembahyang jamak. So that is the difference you need to know in this case. Soalan ni tak famous, it's not that famous. This is a linear punya apa? Linear punya equation. Nanti saya akan dapatkan ni ya. Again, this is a linear equation. Try to do some exercise which is simple. I think on the next session kita akan cuba buat. I'll give you a video for this one so that you can have a view. Okay, Is there any question before we stop? You form a group WhatsApp. From a group WhatsApp. I will send a Google Okay, if there's no question,
Tak ada je, tak ada.
so we stop here. We stop here and all the best. Huh?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.